I cold called my way into ownership of an English football club, and I'm going to tell you the truth about Tottenham's manager situation. Over the weekend, Ange Postecoglou was relieved of his duties on the back of Tottenham's worst ever Premier League finish in 17th place, but also on the back of bringing home the Europa League trophy, bringing home the first major European trophy for the club in decades worth of time. Now, you can look at this in a couple different ways, but from my perspective, the trophy matters above anything else. Whether they finish 7th or 17th is completely irrelevant. Postecoglou helped bring home something tangible and something supporters and fans will never forget in all of their time of being Spurs fans. Now, in terms of injuries, Ange Postecoglou led a very high-octane, high-paced style of play on the pitch, which could potentially have led to a number of different injuries. Tottenham were one of the most injured clubs in all of the Premier League this season. So if the club is looking at that health data and that's what they're basing their decision off of, it could very well be justified. However, the biggest issue here is how they're handling the time spent on making these decisions. 16 days between the final and when they actually fired him, the prospective replacement of Thomas Frank will take a financial commitment to pull away from Brentford. They just spent a bunch of money on youth players, Lucas Bergvall, Archie Gray, Wilson Odegaard, just to name a few, which seemed that they were going to back Postecoglou for a long-term project, which we now know is not the case. And in all of this time, they have burned time figuring out the manager situation when they could be purchasing and scouting players that could help them for their Champions League participation next season. So this whole thing in time, energy, money, and effort is being drawn along by Daniel Levy and Spurs and not putting them in the best position for success.